Alright, I'm gonna crack this one out with a quote that I invented myself a while back. But the quote is, "Bravery is a fool's favorite disguise." Use that how you may. Roll the intro.
Looks like into me, no doubt that I'll never be without my damn brain. Closed mouth, I'm clever and I know my damn shame. No cloud to the better, no one know my damn name. No bow, that's your what I guess we about to cascade.
Yeah, here I am. Been another couple of 2-day blip since I recorded, but truth be told, the last couple of days I haven't felt like filming something. It's not like the totality of the last 2 days has been real down, but overall it's been a bit that's kind of where I left off in our last video, and yeah, I mean, I did have a really awesome Saturday evening. There was a UFC event where in the main event, Max Holloway, only a few people are going to understand this, but Max Holloway had an amazing performance, and seeing MMA live, like on the TV and that, is just, when it's good, it's really good. For those, I doubt anyone's watching this without the knowledge that I'm a super big fan of watching MMA, but yeah, sometimes you just have to appreciate the stuff that you enjoy. That just kind of is what it is. But yeah, man, it's funny because earlier today I didn't think I was going to film today at all. Like I was just feeling real down in the dumps. You might even call it a bit depressed. And I was just like, yeah. I mean, I was questioning, is this it? Like, this is what it's going to be? And then now I'm just like, yeah, this is it. But with a bit more pep in my step and feeling good, hoping to enter the week with a bit of positive momentum, if you believe in that. But yeah, pretty much, like, I think it's just because lockdowns have been getting to me, and like I'm working on these creative pursuits for school, but I'm not at school and I'm not like physically close to anybody who I'm supposed to be working with or collaborating with. And yeah, it was just like, I was just feeling like super down. Like, I was just thinking, is this what it's going to be like for the next few months, you know? And now I'm just like, my perspective has shifted and I'm feeling good. And my situation ain't really that different, but it's shown me that, you know, sometimes this life is like a wave and you can't affect the water. You can only affect how you balance on it, kind of thing. It's not a perfect analogy, but in this life it's hard to find them. I always have this thing that I tell people, that I want to become the king of analogies, where you have to make an analogy for analogies, but that's tough. So if you get someone, please get back to me. Like, I'm willing for this to be spread as far as it goes, but I don't really want it to be solved on the internet because I'd like it to be personal. I don't know, it feels personal to me. I don't know, analogies are good for explaining stuff. But yeah, I mean, earlier today I was feeling down in the dumps, not very great. Even in my last video I kind of had that energy, but now I'm feeling real good. I've got a new perspective, and now I'm trying to just carry that into where I'm going. I mean, I spent a long time today just speaking on a video call with some of my mates from uni. Shout out Scarlett, Sam, Alfie, Toby. Hope I didn't leave anyone out, but they're all sweethearts. And if they're watching this video, then they're super sweethearts. But yeah, just having a bit of that realization, just like a consolidation of the life I'm living as a uni student and the life I'm living as Mario, the lazy guy who sits in his room in Bristol. I don't know whether I was doing a very good job of like merging those two realities. Maybe it's just one reality and I see both of them at once, kind of thing. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. So now I've written another draft of my script, which I feel happy about. I mean, I'm sure my main lecturer is going to be like, yeah, this is needs another rewrite, and then I'm probably going to do that a few more times before I submit it. But hey, I mean, any progress is good progress in my book. But yeah, I'm hoping that this next week, you know, I'm trying to give myself a bit of positive energy, you know. Quite often, if I get myself in a lull, I'll go into negative thoughts about myself, and that never helps, you know. Well, that's the thing, is I have this kind of, I call it the Mario Matrix. It's like a 4x4 square of different ways of thinking. It's like, I try and view every thought through this lens, which is, you have positive thoughts, you have Christ, sorry about this. I'm not going to edit that out because I'm lazy. But yeah, so you have positive thoughts, you have negative thoughts, and then you have thoughts that are good for you and thoughts that are bad for you. So you have positive thoughts that are good for you, so like, you know, positive encouragement to yourself, you know, appreciating the things you're good at, or like being caring towards and nurturing towards the side that you need to improve on. And then you have like positive thoughts that are bad for you, so like you know, things where you're too egotistical, or you overestimate your abilities, or like how you're appreciated, or you know, what other positive thoughts are bad for you? You know, delusional optimism. I have a friend, Theo, he has this quote, which is, optimism can often be the greatest naivety. That's a slight misquoting, but that's pretty much the sentiment, and I agree with him. I think sometimes optimism isn't about like thinking that it's going to be the best it can be. Sometimes it's like, sometimes optimism just has to be, you hope it goes a bit better. I don't know. But yeah, so you have positive thoughts that are good and bad for you, and then you have negative thoughts that are good and bad for you, you know. So a negative thought that might be bad for you is, personally, I'm deficient in this area, I need to improve myself, you know. Or you know, I didn't do that well, I need to take this as a loss so that the next time I come back and improve, kind of thing. And then you have the negative thoughts that are bad for you, and for me, I spend a lot of time in this area. Too much. So those kind of thoughts, you have to spot them, and you have to work back to their cause, you know. You have to think, all right, so why do I think that I'm a piece of shit? Not literally, but you know what I mean. And you have to be caring to yourself, you know. I saw a post on Instagram today about how your relationship with yourself is the most complicated, because you can't walk away from it, you know. Unless you have some kind of schizophrenic disorder, you're stuck with yourself, this personality, this brain, for your whole life, you know. So you've got to treat yourself as a person that deserves care. And yeah, that, just like anything, you're a work in progress, you know. It's okay to fail, it's okay to make mistakes, as long as you're trying to get better. Yeah, that's where I am. It's like, only with the understanding that I'm a flawed, you know, poor image of humanity can I kind of operate with the freedom that I want to, you know. Lowering the bar that so low that it's just, I'm a failed human, you know. I'm a failed piece of existence, and I need to do better to kind of up myself. And that's not really the truth. The truth is, like, I'm just a normal person like anyone else, but you have to see yourself like truthfully, you know. You have to see your flaws, and you have to see your good sides, and you have to work on both, you know. I don't know, that was a bit of a all over the place ramble, but sometimes I don't really come here like with my thoughts on paper, straighten them out. I kind of try and talk about, and sometimes they make sense and sometimes they don't. From what people tell me, they like the videos, but sometimes I watch back and I'm like, what was I even talking about there? But as I said before, sometimes the appreciation, you don't appreciate things as much as others might, or someone else, you know. And that's kind of true about my day today. Like earlier today, I was not appreciating life as much as I could have been. I was just sat in bed, you know. I had a bit of the burps, I had a bit of an indigestion. I was just like, oh, I'm not feeling well. I'm already having a down in the dumps day. Physically, I'm just lazy. I'm lethargic. I didn't sleep very well. And it's just like, I gave myself every reason to have a bad day. You know, I didn't give myself the reasons to have a good day. When I did, I had a good day. Like, it shouldn't be shocking, but like, I'm glad that this is a realization I can come to, even this late stage of life. Well, late. You know, I'm 19. I'm not getting on that far, but you know, it's like, sometimes days are good and bad. Sometimes things are themselves and their opposite. You know, people can be oxymorons just like anyone. You know, sometimes people contradict themselves in their being and in their saying. You know, like I kind of talked about in a previous video how it's always harder to follow the advice that you make than it is to say it, you know. So we're all hypocrites, we're all flawed, we're all, you know, failures in some way, but just on the other side of the coin, we're all amazing. We all have amazing potential. We all are capable of doing things that can help so many other people, and we're also capable of creating our own happiness to a certain extent, you know. No one else is more responsible for your happiness than yourself. That's my opinion. And for that, you kind of also do have to incorporate other parts of your life as well, you know. So it's not just because of the things about me that make my life happy, you know, but all the factors surrounding me. It's my job to incorporate them into a happy experience, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if this makes sense, but honestly, I feel so buzzing that I was just up to filming a video today. This is where I am on the 17th of January 2021. Geez, that's the first time that's happened to me this year. But yeah, in any case, I hope whatever works in progress you have, keep progressing. I hope that if you're down, you can find your way back up. And if you're up, enjoy it while it lasts. Yeah, have a good one.